Hi, good day, everyone. My name is Vishnu Durga with Action Coach Guyana. We have our newest business coach, Keon Smith. He's still sparkling.
Yes.
Today, we want to talk to you about growth. Why? Because in life, there are two mindsets. We have the fixed mindset and we have a growth mindset. People with a fixed mindset are just looking to stay within their comfort zone. They don't want anything to change. They want to just make sure that their life goes along very quietly. But people in that type of scenario, they're usually stuck in their ways. They're not much growth, very frustrated, and they don't realize that it's all up to them. People with a growth mindset are constantly investing in themselves, looking for new challenges to get themselves growing, right? To be able to overcome the obstacles that life will throw at them, because they know that when the opportunities get to them, they need to be prepared. They can't prepare when the opportunity is already here. So they're constantly busy preparing themselves. And Keon, you know all about preparing yourself for growth.
Yes, I cannot overemphasize how, since becoming a part of Action Coach, has changed my mindset. I was just reminiscing that I was having an orientation with two of our younger members joining the team. And I found that I was the person who was responsible solely for where I was at that particular time, because I surrounded myself in an environment that didn't really push me beyond my comfort zone. I found people who allowed me to be just where I am. And since coming to Action Coach, that word growth surrounds everything that I do, from the way I think to the way I act and to the people that I surround myself with. And we want to share today some tips when it comes to growing. And in order for you to grow, you need to plan to grow. And the first tip that I'm going to share with you talks about dreaming big, and making sure that your dream is clear and focused. You don't want to be like those persons who just keep dreaming all the time and does nothing about it. Because dreaming, once it's clear and focused, that informs your next step. And out of that dream, what you need to do is to start setting goals.
Exactly.
See, when you set goals, ladies and gentlemen, it tells you what are you going to be focused on. And when you set your goals, you then need to take the next step. And the next step is actually planning.
But before you get there, right, can I ask our very capable camera woman to take a shot just of the sign there, right next to her?
Yes.
And that sign actually says that dreams need to come a size too big so we can grow into them. So please take a look back at us. So make sure that whatever dreams you're picking for yourself, that they're a size too large, right? Because if you plan to grow when you were a child, think about what your mother did, right? She always bought us the shoe size, a half size larger, so that not the next week you needed a new shoe again, you had space to grow into. So
that's a very fantastic analogy, and that is the size our dreams need to be. Your plan, business owners, needs to be at least about 90 days. You see, when you have a 90-day plan, that is like your treasure map towards where X marks the spot. It is short enough to keep you very focused on what you need to do, and it's also long enough to give you the results that you're looking for. Many times we do planning and we do a one-week plan. Think about a one-week plan. What is that going to give to you? By the time you start, at the end you say that I'm Superman, you've achieved your goal.
And you throw back and you relax and you become complacent and you very quickly regress back to the mean. That's not what we're in for.
Definitely. Tip number 4 is that you need to make sure you work your plan. Now, we're not called Think About It Coach, we're not called, oh, I may do it coach, we're called Action Coach. And that is what you need to do with your plan. You need to work your plans. Many times persons prepare beautiful plans. It's nice fonts in a nice folder, and what happens to it? It goes on the desk, it goes into a drawer, and we call it the dust collector. So we want to make sure that you work your plan so that you can start seeing the results that you would like to achieve. And tip number 5, finally, you need to evaluate your results. I cannot overemphasize what it takes to evaluate. Just like any coach will tell you, any strategist, even a military person will tell you, your plans don't always go according to what you set it up to do. That is why planning is so important, because you need to make sure you evaluate so that you can get the results you're looking for. You know all about evaluation.
What I really like as well is that we are definitely not called dust collector coach. We're not calling when things settle down coach, right? Because with business owners, that's what when we have time. We're not when we have time coach. Without you dreaming big, making sure that you actually plan have at least 90 days worth of work scheduled and then starting to work your plan, you're not going to move forward. You're going to always be waiting on the right time, the perfect time, the right people, the right amount of capital. Will never happen, right? Until you're ready to take action with Action Coach.
Definitely. And you were talking about, the right time, and what hit me is that we have our 6-step business growth seminar that is coming up on the 17th of November. And I can tell you that indeed will be the right time for you to come and experience what Action Coach is all about and how you can have a different mindset, how you can actually have a growth mindset when it comes to your business. And that seminar is going to be kept right in the Action Coach building. It's 122 Parade Street, Kingston. And for the many persons who've come and sat in our seminars, they leave with tools and techniques that they can go and implement immediately into their business, and the feedback has been phenomenal. So that date again is going to be the 17th of November, the Action Coach building, 122 Parade Street, Kingston. It starts at 4 p.m. You come, you get a chance to network with other businesses. That is just one of the direct benefits of just attending the seminar on what we're going to add in terms of knowledge and education. So eventually it was really a pleasure having this conversation.
Are you sending me away, Keon? Are you sending me away? We have some time. We have some time, and what I really would like to also tell those people looking at this right now who are thinking, where am I going to find the time on the 17th? I'm so busy, and you have to ask yourself, am I busy with busyness, or am I actually running a business that generates growth and that generates profits? So for those people, just as a head start, if you need to prepare yourself for the 17th, this coming Thursday, we actually have a time management workshop. It's from 1 to 4. Make contact with our office. We have a few spaces left in there. Start getting yourself in order to make sure that you never use time again as an excuse. When we looked at the clock, and the amount of blame that we place on this clock, if this clock was a human being, we would have committed clockicide or suicide by now. Right? So let's not do this to the clock anymore. The clock is the only device in your office right now, on your arm right now, on your phone right now, that is doing exactly what it's supposed to do. It's counting every second, every minute, every hour, every day. It's us who are not doing what the clock is supposed to do. It's us who are not doing what we are supposed to do. So take step 1, come and attend our time management workshop. Get ready to get so much information from both Keon and myself at our business growth seminar. And for those of you, I know there are a few of you who are really interested in leadership, who really do want to lift your leadership limb, and who understand that there are many people out there looking for better leaders. On the 18th of November, just the day after the business growth workshop, we have a rebroadcast of our Live to Lead program. It was a fantastic success at the Pegasus with over 200 people joining us, and the reviews were fantastic. If you take a look at our pages, you'll see what it has meant to people. So we're having a rebroadcast. Make contact with us. There are going to be some links below this video or above this video, somewhere around. Take a look. You're going to find it. And attend these workshops. The reason we do this is we want to make sure that this Guyana becomes a very prosperous Guyana. I know we keep saying, every time we recite our pledge, we say things like, love our fellow citizens. That's up to you. You make sure you love your fellow citizens. But after that,
happiness and prosperity of Guyana.
We say that we dedicate our energies towards the happiness and prosperity of Guyana. We take this very, very seriously. Right? We invest a lot into ourselves to get ourselves to a level that we can share this knowledge with you, and that's what we're doing. It's just up to you to take action.
Definitely. I just want to add to that, Vishnu. Unfortunately, the time when we had the Live to Lead event, I was in Las Vegas being trained. So I'm definitely looking forward to experience what it feels like to be a part of such a magnificent contingent on November 18th. So I want to urge you to come. The reviews were fantastic. I was sitting there just looking at all the testimonials. And the final thing that I want to leave with you today, ladies and gentlemen, think about what are you doing with your time. Are you spending your time, or are you investing your time? If you want to know the answer to that question, come to our 6-step seminar on the 17th, come to our Live to Lead program on the 18th, and you will get the answer to that question.